Today I am participating in the Kendra's Card Challenge number 18, Stamps of Life Hop. And so in today's hop, all of the designers will be creating cards using the Kendra's Card Challenge number 18 sketches as well as Stamps of Life products. So I'm just finishing up stamping my sentiment for my first card. So I'm going to be creating 2 cards today, and I've gone ahead and prepared a lot of the pieces for the cards ahead of time. Since today is a hop, I don't want to take up a lot of time getting all my pieces together and putting these cards together. So I want you to have time to hop along to the other designers as well. So for my first card, I'm going to be using sketch number 6, and I've gone ahead and stamped the little ladybug from the Ladybug Lovies stamp set. And so I used alcohol markers for those. And then here is the sentiment that you saw me stamp at the beginning. Now for some of the rectangles on this card, I went ahead and used the Stitch Dot Stitch rectangle dies. So for the smaller rectangle, I used the smallest die. And then for the larger rectangle, I used the largest die from the set. You can see here the Stitch Dot Stitch around the edges. I think that adds a little something to the card. And what I decided to do is that every other layer would have the stitching on it. So not all of the layers will have been cut out by the rectangle dies, since the card of course couldn't be, and then the other layer there wasn't a die for it. So I decided that would look pretty good to just have the stitching on the 2 rectangles. Now this card does have a couple of banners, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my banners for these. And I forgot to mention that the paper that I'm using for my first card came from Stamps of Life as well. And it is from a 6x6 paper pack. It's called Missing You Collection. So I'm going to be using that one for my first card. And the paper pack has a lot of blues and pinks and yellows in it. So I thought this would be a really cute paper pack to go along with this Ladybug stamp set. Now while I'm putting the card together, I'll tell you a little bit more about Kendra's Card Challenge number 18. So Kendra's Card Challenge number 18 is free to participate in. And you can download the PDF. The PDF has sketches in it. Well, it has your cutting guide so that you can cut 6 6x6 sheets of paper and create 18 cards. And then there's sketches for all 18 cards in the PDF as well. Now to participate in the challenge, you will need to create all 18 cards, take a picture, one photo of all 18 in that one photo, and then you'll upload it, and the link is in the last page of the PDF that tells you where to upload your photos or your photo. And so it's very easy to participate in, and there's prizes at the end, so it's a lot of fun to do. So be sure to give it a try. At least download the PDF and try a few of the cards if you don't do all 18. So today I'm not creating all 18 cards. I am just picking one of the card sketches from the PDF and creating it. Well, actually I'm picking 2 different card sketches and creating 2 different cards. So I'm almost through layering this one up. And so even the blue paper there came from the paper pack as well. So there's some solids and some florals and different designs in that paper pack. Okay, so now with this banner, I realized that I forgot that this banner was supposed to go on the card. And it's not going to work like it is in the sketch because I have my sentiment there. So when I stamped my sentiment, I wasn't thinking about the banner that needed to go on there. So I am going to trim the banner down and give it a try here on the edge to see how that would look slid in behind the sentiment. But I really don't like that. So this is where you kind of have your own little freedom when creating these cards. You can choose to leave something off if it just doesn't work with your card. So that's what I'm going to do for this one. So then I'm just going to add the cute little ladybug to my card. And I did decide to color the wings in pink for this one. I thought that would go well with the flowers, but I thought it was really cute on this little ladybug. And these were so much fun to color in. I did color in quite a few of these before I made the cards. Now I feel like there's a little something missing on the side there beside the ladybug. So I'm just going to bring in some enamel dots, and I'm just trying to see here if I want the pink or the red, but I'm going to use the pink ones, and I'm going to add those to my card as well. So now let's get started on card number 2. So for card number 2, I'm going to use sketch number 14. And once again, I've gone ahead and prepared most of my pieces. And here is the ladybug that I stamped out and then colored in. And once again, I used alcohol markers to color this one in. And I decided to go with the red with her. I thought she was absolutely adorable in the red as well. And so I decided to go with just the traditional red and black spots for her. And then I'm also using another paper pack from Stamps of Life, and this is the Day-to-Day collection, and it's a black and white paper pack. And I really love using black and white paper, so I thought it would be pretty. And so once again, I cut out, for here in the center, it was an oval, but it says you can use any shape. So I chose one of the rectangle dies from the Stitch Dot Stitch rectangle die set for that piece. And then I went ahead and cut all of the other pieces. So I do want to go ahead and figure out my sentiment for this one. So I'm just laying the ladybug kind of where I think she will go on this top rectangle, and then I'm going to decide which sentiment I think will fit best with her. I really want this to be a birthday card, so I really want the happy birthday to a special lady, but I've just got to figure out how I can get that to fit. So I'm just going to slide her over a little bit more and see if I can squeeze in that sentiment along with the ladybug. And I think it'll work. It's going to be a tight fit, but I think it will work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in my stamping platform, and I'm even going to put the ladybug in there as well so that I can make sure that I line everything up, that I don't take up too much space, that then I don't have room to put my little ladybug on this rectangle. So I'm just going to lay everything in there in order to get it lined up. And that's what I love about my stamping platform, is that it makes it easier to line things up when you're having a tight fit like this, and you can most of the time get it pretty perfect. And I think that'll work just great. So while I'm layering up this card, I will talk a little bit about the Stamps of Life, since this is the Stamps of Life hop. So Stamps of Life is a shop that sells stamps, dies, and a lot of craft supplies. You can check them out at thestampsoflife.com. I will have a link in my description to their shop as well. If you followed me anytime at all, then you may have seen the Kendra's card challenge that I did at Christmas. And at that time, I used the gingerbread stamp set to create those cards, and I had so much fun with them. I love the Stamps of Life little characters like that. I love their little gingerbread. And so these ladybugs, when I saw them in the shop, I thought they would be so much fun to play with, and they have been. I really enjoy coloring them in. There's so many different variations that you can do to color these in. And so today I'm just showing a few that I colored, but I have colored quite a few of these in recently. And so you can see that I did get I showed you the die set that I got. They do have some basic dies, but they also have dies to cut out their stamps. So this Ladybug's stamp set also has a die set that you can purchase. I did decide not to get that because I don't mind fussy cutting at all, and I prefer like the basic dies most of the time. If I'm going to get dies, I like to get the basic ones rather than just the ones that go with stamps. But if you do not like fussy cutting, or if you cannot fussy cut, then you definitely want to look into those stamps, the dies that cut out your stamps, because it is very helpful. I have found times that when I have broke my finger and things, I really loved having the dies to cut out my stamps. Now, I was showing you here that I forgot that I needed a background piece. So I did go back with my Stitch Dot Stitch dies and the rectangle dies, and cut out my background piece that that measures 5 1/4 by 4. And so then I'm just going to layer that on top of some black cardstock. And then I'm just layering all my pieces today on black cardstock, and then I'll layer that up on my white card base. And so now I'm just going to put my card together. It comes together really quickly. And I've always been wanting to use a lot of colors on my cards, but this year this is like my second black and white 6x6 paper pack, and I absolutely love using the black and white. And so when I picked this paper pack out, I picked it out because I thought that the black and white would look really good with the ladybugs, and it did not disappoint. I think it looks really good with this little ladybug. Now, when I put the ladybug on, I did add a little foam dot to the side that's hanging off of the rectangle because there was a little bit of edge there. So instead of it having to be, I wanted everything to be, you can see there it's popped up a little bit on the right hand side. I wanted everything to be kind of straight and flat and not, folded over. Well, here are my completed cards. I have really enjoyed putting those together, and I hope that you have enjoyed seeing me put these together. I do want to show you, I colored in another one of the little stamps here, but I didn't create a card. I wanted you to see that one. I thought that was a really cute little ladybug as well. And so be sure to hop along to all of the other designers in today's hop and check out what they're creating with the Stamps of Life products. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.